How to accept praise. Do you have a hard time believing or accepting praise? Have you ever gotten a compliment that you didn't believe to be true? People can have a hard time accepting praise for a number of reasons. You might have low self-worth where you don't value yourself, or low self-esteem where you don't think highly of your abilities. Realize that this negative outlook can be changed. Once you understand why you have difficulty accepting praise, work on improving your image of yourself and improve your social skills. Part 1. Considering why you have a hard time accepting praise. 1. Consider how you see yourself. If you have a negative opinion of yourself, you'll have a harder time understanding compliments because they contradict your view of yourself. When people are presented with evidence contrary to their beliefs, it creates discomfort or feelings of conflict. This is when accepting praise might feel like a lie or a mask, because you don't actually believe it. Research shows that people often look for evidence in their environment to back their self-view or beliefs they hold about themselves. 2. Take culture into consideration. Some people may have trouble accepting praise because it's not common in their culture. Certain people in some cultures find praise to be embarrassing, such as in Chinese people from Hong Kong, who will deflect praise because modesty is highly valued. Of course, this can differ depending on the individual or their family culture, but it is important to remember that culture has a role in how we perceive praise. 3. Learn the importance of praise. Accepting praise has a social benefit because it acknowledges and validates what the person praising you said. Research has shown that when you accept a compliment, it not only boosts your self-esteem, but also the self-esteem of the person giving the compliment. Giving and receiving compliments also strengthens relationships and helps us grow out of our comfort zone socially. Praise can even improve feelings of happiness and motivation, which, according to one study, caused a boost in work performance. Some people may find it hard to accept praise simply because they have not had the opportunity to practice this social skill. There may be several reasons they have not had opportunities to practice, such as praise being uncommon in their family of origin. 4. Realize the harm in deflecting or rejecting praise. Not accepting praise can be demotivating for yourself as well as the person praising you. This might mean that the person will be less likely to praise or compliment you in the future, since the person sees that you don't accept praise. If you value humility, it might seem conflicting to accept praise while being humble. Some people believe that deflecting or rejecting praise is actually rooted in poor self-esteem. Accepting praise and being humble don't have to be at odds. Often, a simple thank you is a sign of humility. Some people make the distinction between well-deserved praise and transparent flattery. A person who is humble might accept praise, while rejecting insincere flattery. Part 2. Building your self-worth and self-esteem. 1. Have compassion for yourself. This may seem strange, but having compassion for yourself will make you more likely to value yourself than if you constantly judge yourself. Compassion requires you to use empathy and understanding with others, and it's the same when it comes to you. Being compassionate and understanding towards yourself can make you more comfortable in accepting praise. Just as you can find compassion for others, you can begin to cultivate the same for yourself. 2. Practice daily affirmations. Affirmations are positive sayings that can give you a boost in confidence, make you kinder to yourself, and improve your self-esteem. It's important that these sayings highlight things you like about yourself, not just what others like about you. Think of genuine affirmations that you truly believe and practice telling them to yourself out loud in a mirror or by writing them down and reading them out loud. Some examples of affirmations include: I am a proficient teacher, and I love the way I feel when I am helping others learn. I am great at giving praise because I can so easily value others. I have value outside of my role as a mother and teacher, and I have value besides my talents and abilities. 3. Take a compassion break to be extra kind to yourself. Do this daily or when you notice that your thoughts or behaviors throughout the day are unkind. Your thoughts can be unkind if they are overly judgmental and harsh. Or, your behavior might be unkind towards yourself. For example, you might be unkind if you force yourself to work without breaks or take on extra shifts even though you really need rest. Begin to catch these thoughts and behaviors and ask yourself if this is what you would think or ask of your friends or children. If it's unkind, resolve to change it. For example, if you notice that you make yourself check the mail after a long day of work, even though you are carrying many heavy items and the mailbox is a long walk, acknowledge that this is unkind. Tell yourself the mail can wait, at least until you're more comfortable and have put down the heavy things. Acknowledge that it would be kinder to allow yourself to take a break and check the mail later. 4. Reframe the praise. If you hard time believing or accepting a compliment or praise, reframe it into something you better understand to be true about yourself or relationship with the person praising you. For example, if a friend compliments you on a nice dinner, you could reframe this to highlight what it means to your partner. My friend said this because she appreciates having a great tasting meal, and what it means to your relationship. This compliment means that cooking and spending time together at dinner is a valuable part of our relationship. One study found that people with low self-esteem had more positive feelings about praise or compliments when they reframed the compliment into abstract terms. They detailed what the compliment meant to them and what it meant to the relationship with the complimenter. Part 3. Improving your social skills. 1. Compliment others. The best way to practice accepting praise is to compliment others. This is especially true if you haven't been praised often or had the opportunity to practice accepting compliments. In these cases, you may not know exactly what to say, but with a little practice, you'll learn how to offer praise to others. Make sure you're sincere with your compliments, which will make them easier to deliver. Ask a friend to role play. For example, you might start simply by saying that you like your friend's outfit or hairstyle. Eventually, you may be praising your friend for being a good listener or supportive friend. 2. Accept compliments. At its most basic, receiving a compliment is a polite gesture. It makes the person giving the praise feel justified and acknowledged. A simple thank you is enough to accept the compliment, but you could also do more to let the person know how much you appreciated the praise. For example, you could say, "Thank you. This outfit is new and I'm wearing a color that I normally don't, so thanks for saying you like it. It makes me feel good about my choice." 3. Avoid undermining compliments. Don't accept the compliment and immediately say something that discounts it. This can make the person giving the praise feel silly or awkward for complimenting you in the first place. For example, if someone says your outfit looks great, don't say, "Thanks. I think it makes me look fat." Sometimes it may be more difficult to accept praise about yourself rather than your possessions, but you can approach these compliments in the same way. For example, if you are complimented on your calm demeanor because it makes people feel comfortable, you can say, "Thank you. It's a good attribute to have in my work, and I'm glad you are feeling comfortable." 4. Pay attention to your body language. Make sure you're sending nonverbal cues that also show gratitude. Keep your arms open, make direct eye contact, and smile when getting a compliment or praise. This signals to the person giving the praise that you accept the compliment. Avoid crossing your arms, keeping hands in your pockets, or not making eye contact. These cues can make the person giving the praise feel awkward or uncomfortable.